All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to video number 2. On the Engwe L20 2.0. This is the 52 volt version of the L20. This folds in half, weighs about 68 pounds, does up to 28 miles an hour if you use the pedals, only 20 miles per hour on the throttle. So we're definitely going to be pedaling in today's video. We're going to be taking it back and forth to work, and we're really going to see how well it performs. So I have 9 miles to go, and we have a 13 amp hour battery on here. So roughly, with my weight at 170 pounds on a 52 volt system, I will normally get about 1 mile of range per amp hour. So that roughly puts me at 13 miles of range. If you do weigh less than me, you'll probably get a little bit more range. If you're more heavier than me, like in the 200-pound range, then you might only get like 10 miles. The thing that you got to think about on this bike that I didn't think about in my video review, and if you haven't seen that, I did another video on, that's why this is video number 2. Go back and watch that, because a lot of people see my video going back and forth to work. Sometimes these videos are more popular than my review videos because it's kind of like a real riding scenario, like for you guys if you're buying it for work or the grocery store. So go back and watch that just in case you miss anything, because I'm not going to go over every single spec of this bike. But I was thinking, something I didn't mention in the first video, and that's why you guys watch these videos too, is that if you put cargo on this thing, because you can put 55 pounds in the back, and the front, I forget what it holds up to. It's like 11 pounds, or it's something lighter in the front that you could hold up to. It's like 8 kilograms. Anyways, if you actually load this thing up with cargo, your range is not going to be that good. That was something I was thinking about after I made the video. I was like, oh man, that's gonna really kill it. So if you're a 200-pound person and you also load this thing up with, say, like 60 pounds of stuff, yeah, that's really gonna kill your range. And if you wanna know already, we are down 1 battery bar, and I had barely just left the house. Another thing you guys gotta keep in mind is that when I come up to lights, I'm on my tippy toes because this is a very tall bike. There's suspension in the seat post, and which that means is you need a bit of extra clearance for that, you know, the suspension to like move up and down in the seat. So if you are a short person, oh god, use the throttle to get up speed. If you're a short person, I highly suggest what you should do is go to your bicycle store, get a seat post that doesn't have suspension in it, and you can definitely lower it down a lot. The only thing is, it's going to take away from the comfort of the bike a little bit. So keep that in mind if you're a short person wanting to ride it. I probably, even with the seat mod, I feel like even if you're 5'4" and do that and save a few inches, it's not gonna do much. And thanks for being in the bike lane, dumbass. People can't drive around here. All right, let's see how it comes up this hill. We got a running start at it, 28 miles an hour. We're down to 23. It should do pretty good. It's a very light bike, only 68 pounds. God damn. Oh man, that's one thing I don't like about driving. Can't have nice things, man. So make sure no one hits us. You see how, oh dang, they blocked out the whole thing. All right. I didn't know it was that serious. It looks like everyone has to turn around. But we caught up with traffic. Anyways, we're doing pretty good up that hill. That's what I wanted to talk about. And then coming down, we're doing about 30 miles per hour. Dang, there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, we're gonna be here for a while. I was just thinking that cop needs to get that car that almost ran into me in the bike lane. I'll point him out. But anyways, back to the video after all that commotion, is that this bike is cool to ride around on. I could definitely see it holding up to heavier people because the suspension is very firm. I wanna say it's like an 8 out of 10 for how firm the suspension is. It does feel like decent though. It feels like a high quality bike. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break on me. I know a lot of people are worried about the stems and stuff breaking. And honestly, that just really depends on how you use this bike. If you're someone that jumps off curbs and puts a lot of weight on the front, then yeah, I can see you guys breaking this thing, especially if you have these handlebars lifted all the way up, because right now it's like only that high. If you put them all the way at the end, you're not gonna have much room for it to grab into the bottom of this, and I can see that snapping off. But I think a lot of people are worried about this little bottom bracket right here. Just make sure you don't abuse your bike and do dumb stuff with it. This is not a bike to take it off-road, jump off curbs, do dumb stuff. This is just a commuting type of e-bike to go back and forth to your work or to the grocery store. And I think it's perfect for that, especially coming in at 800 bucks on sale right now. This is the entry level price. So if you guys are watching this video months down the road, it's gonna go up to 1,000. That's its standard price. But right now it's 800 bucks. And I don't think it's that bad, especially coming with the front rack, the rear rack. But man, that range is really gonna kill though. I would highly suggest getting another battery for this bike. You can pick up the same 13 amp hour Engwe battery from them. I believe it's around 400 bucks or about 300 and something and some change. So I would highly suggest that. You can put it in your backpack. It's not a heavy battery at all. Maybe weighs like 6 to 8 pounds. I'm not sure. Throw it in your backpack and then you can swap it out and then you get double the range. And it'd be pretty nice to, you know, get around without having to worry, because I'm pretty sure by the time I get to work, we're gonna be down to, we're gonna go through 2 battery bars and probably be down to 3. And then when I go home, I bet you anything, we're gonna be on that last battery bar, because it's really cold out here. Bikes don't do very good in the cold weather. That's like cars too, electric cars, same thing. So just keep that in mind. When it's summer, you do slightly get a little bit better range because the battery chemistry is working in the right temperature, but right now it's not. But I gotta say, this bike is pretty cool. There is a huge delay in the pedals, and all right, I don't know what that is. I thought it was glass at first. I wasn't gonna run over it, but it's just this guy cleaning up. That's all it is. But I'm gonna have to get in the street anyway because these trucks. I kind of like this thing though. I like bikes that kind of make me pedal and it feels real nice and gradual. There's no torque sensor, it's a cadence sensor, so I'm barely just moving the pedals just enough to get the motor activated. Like, I don't even have to pedal this fast if I want. Ghost pedaling happens at like 18 miles an hour, not that great. So if you're really someone that does like to pedal, this ain't gonna be the bike for you. But if you just want the power to kick on, but if you really don't want to pedal like at all and just use throttle up to 28 miles an hour, you can't do that on this thing. So also keep that in mind. The good thing is we're staying with traffic. One thing that you should do is always use the throttle to get up to speed, especially like going across streets or trying to get out of the way from people. Because when we use the pedals, huge delay, like really big delay, more than I would like. It's probably about like a 2-second delay, and the throttle is instant, and it gives you like probably 1,100 watts like right off the bat. It says 1,125 peak watts on a 750 watt motor, and I feel it. It definitely feels very good because the bike is so light. But the pedals, man, they don't really feel like they give you all the power like right off the bat. It feels like it only gives you like 250, then 500, then 750, and then it starts going. Not a good feeling, but hey, we made it here. Didn't get ran over, even though we saw some accidents. And all right, 3 people trying to leave out the door at the same time. And I'm actually surprised that we got here and we only went down 1 battery bar. There's no voltage reading on here either, so that kind of sucked. We didn't have to use a bell or nothing like that, so maybe we'll use it on the way back if I remember. But the biggest thing we got to check out is later tonight, in probably like 10 seconds from now, we're gonna check out the headlight and the brake light, and then I'll turn this on because I'm pretty sure this front light isn't gonna be great, but I'll take back my words if it's cool. And look at that, we're getting a little gang back here. This is not an employee's. This has been in the store for I think like 2 days so far. They just moved it back here. But anyways, see you guys at nighttime. I gotta work for about 9.5 hours, and then we'll get back on the ride and have some fun with this thing. This is a cool bike, don't get me wrong, this is very cool. I think you guys are gonna be really happy if you get it. And I normally don't say that about folding e-bikes. It's just not a bike for me because I don't care to have a folding e-bike. But if it's gonna fit you and your lifestyle and put it in your car, it's kind of cool. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are reversing, going the opposite way. Such a long day. But anyways, let's get outside and let's check out all these lights. Right. All right, man.
Take it easy.
I'll see you. All right, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we're back outside in the front of my store. 9 hours later, let's go. And I just realized you cannot turn this bike on without the keys. So I do have the key in my pocket, totally forgot about it. Nice safety thing. So you have to get your keys. Make sure that the latch right here is locked, and then you got to come up to this thing and, oh, see, don't go the wrong way because that will take it off. If you go to the right, it turns the actual bike on. Then you come over here and hold the power button. It's on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. All right, all these bikes are different, so every time I'm riding something different, like sometimes I ride bikes in between these videos and they get mixed up. But this bike right here, the power button is right on the bottom, and then to turn the headlight on should be the side button. There we go, that's the one I was looking for. So we'll see how these headlights perform without turning on our aftermarket one. The biggest thing I wish this bike did is I just want to use the throttle and the pedals at the same time, and that's a big dog. Real big dog. But yeah, if I can use the pedals and the throttle all at once, that would be great. All right, so I want to go across the street. This bike is kind of slow, so we might have to wait until this Toyota Corolla goes, if you can, you know, go quick enough. Go, bike, go. Oh my God, really? Of course they'd be turning that way, so now I gotta wait for this other car to go. Oh my God, it's so like messed up over here. Don't like riding over in this section. All right, so we got to get over. If you guys are new to the channel, this will never turn green, so we're going through it right away. Come on, bike, activate. I don't know if it's just because I'm in a bad mood. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm in a bad mood, but I just feel like there's just too much lag on those pedals. And it's like, I want to go quick, so if you really need to go fast, I need to listen to my own advice. You got to use the throttle. But then when you get up to 20 miles an hour, there's a huge delay going from the throttle to the pedals. And you can see it just right there. You know, it's kind of scary, especially if you're crossing the street. And, you know, every second counts to try to get out of someone's way because they might not be seeing you when you like dart out there or do whatever you got to do. So anyways, let's go to this headlight. I like the color of the headlight, but how are you guys seeing this footage? Because right now, it's looking like, I would say a 3 out of 10 for me. It's really bad. I gotta be straight up honest with you guys. This headlight is not great. I can't see anything, honestly. I'm gonna keep it on for maybe half of a mile more, and then we'll turn on our aftermarket one. I just can't see anything. I think in a pitch black area, which I'll pull over here on the side and I'll show you, but I just don't feel like it's, you know, performing the way I would want a headlight to perform. And something else you got to keep in mind too is when you do turn the handlebars, it's connected to the front basket, so the headlight's not going to go where you want it to go. So you're going to have to move the bike in certain sections. And we're getting out of here. So if you want to like aim the light over there, you actually have to physically move the bike instead of just moving the handlebars, compared to most e-bikes where you just move the handlebars and the headlights attached to it and it will go to that direction. So it's not a big deal, but it's just something you might want to keep in mind. So as you're like kind of going around something, it's going to wait for the bike to fully get on that street before you can fully see. It's not going to go off the handlebars being in the middle. So let me pull over here on one of the streets that I use to show you guys how these lights look. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, I come here all the time. It's not a neighborhood I know. I'm pretty sure people think I'm a robber or a stealer or out here doing no good. I'm pretty sure people are looking on their Ring doorbell like, what's this guy doing outside? He's talking to himself, just tweaking. But okay, so here's how the light looks. The bad thing about if you're riding this bike and you need to make quick on the fly adjustments to your headlight, you cannot. Look how far it is. Like I can't even like reach it. So for you to make adjustments, I would have to come over here and then I can move it. And you don't want to put it too low, because if I put it too close, I'm not going to be able to see very far out. And if this bike does 28 miles an hour, you want to make sure you see pretty far. Like right now, that's not far enough away from me. I got to see a little farther. Give me some time to like dart out of the way. Brake light looks good though. I will say I do like the brake light. Not the brightest, but definitely glowing on the ground, so people are going to see that. So good on the brakes, not on the headlight. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let's see if I hit the right button on here with my fat ass gloves. There we go. So this is an aftermarket light. This is one from Electric XP. I think it's like 65 or 70 bucks. I always promote it because it's kind of one of the easiest, best headlights I have without having to clamp a bunch of stuff. It's just like a rubber gasket, and you just like put it around any type of handlebar setup and you're good to go. And I was wondering why I'm only going 20 miles an hour. So mode number 4 only allows you to go to 20 even if you're pedaling. So make sure you don't bump that down. You're gonna make sure to want to tighten this too, because I noticed mine is very loose, so I can move these pedal assist buttons up and down. Not a big deal. A little Allen head screw will do, but since mine's loose, my thumb just keeps hitting it little by little. And you might hit it as well when using the bell. Come on, light, come on. All right, so use the throttle. get across the street. As soon as we hit 20 miles an hour, boom, start pedaling. But look, there's a delay. Come on, bike. Dang, it's like I misshifted in my car. It takes so long. But quick update, I just noticed, I think when we were showing you guys the headlights, is that I am down to 3 battery bars now. So we went down 2 out of 5. But still, we're trucking along, not too bad. Having a good old time. Let me turn on my helmet lights really quick so people can see me a little bit better. I do trust this brake light, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather have a little bit more people seeing me from my big old helmet lights. So that's gonna be the tallest thing that people are gonna see. I wanna make sure I don't get ran over so I can continue to do videos like this. But overall, this bike, it's cool. My honest thoughts about it is, if you can get it right now, well, it's 800 bucks. I feel like it's good, it's great. It's just like getting an electric XP bikes. It's a good competition between them and Engwe. So I feel like they're kind of bridging the gap. When it goes up to 1,000, it's a little bit on the, I would say, mid side. It's not super crazy expensive, but it's also not gonna be very cheap compared to the 800 bucks. But I also think Electric XP has really good bikes as well. No shame to Engwe. I know a lot of people have had issues with their Engwe bikes and whatnot, but there's also been issues with Electric XP bikes. The good thing about Electric XP, they have a huge like support team and all that kind of stuff. They're a big company, so getting things fixed would be easier probably than Engwe. Engwe will probably definitely fix your problems, but it might take a little bit longer for Engwe. And I'm just being straight up honest with you guys. Whoa, man, what the frick was that? Is that from that accident earlier? What the heck? Looked like a big old freaking rod sticking out. I don't know what the heck that was. But anyway, let's see real quick. Let's get off another topic. So coming up here with 3 battery bars remaining, probably have about 6 miles on the bike so far, and we're doing 21 miles an hour. I'm barely pedaling. I'm not even giving any input, so I'm not even breaking a sweat. Oh, 20 now. And we do know this mile per hour is off by 1. So when it says we're doing roughly 28 miles per hour, we're actually doing like 27. So to keep that in mind, I should have said that a long time ago. And what is this? Truck, no turn. Okay. Oh, I see. There's always something going on. I bet you that's why the accident happened. Someone's like, what's going on over there? Oh, boom. All right, so since this is blocked off, this whole thing's blocked off, we're going across. I'm out of here. Oh, more debris. Was there another accident right here? Because I just ran over a bunch of crap. Wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I like it. I do enjoy the bike. I've liked Engwe bikes. I've only had one issue. I think it was like EP2 is the one I had an issue with, and I highly didn't recommend it because it was just broken. They did send me another one, and that one worked flawlessly. Never had an issue after that. They sent me the Engine Pro. That one was one of my favorite Engwe bikes ever. It's definitely more expensive. Let me beat this truck. Let me beat this truck. It's definitely more expensive than this thing, but I think if you can afford the Engwe Engine Pro, that's a phenomenal folding bike. But this also has its place because it's only 68 pounds. And if you guys think that's heavy, it's really not for an electric bike, especially something that does 28 miles an hour, 52 volt system. That's really, really light to me for 52 volt. I'm sure you could build something lighter if you put a lighter battery in it. That's where most of this weight's coming in handy. I mean, not handy, but that's where most of the weight's coming in is the battery. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I was looking around, getting sidetracked. Glad there's no cars in front of me. I would, oh, boom! Oh man, I'm just kidding. Just out here having fun, enjoying life. Some things that I should mention towards the end of this video, if you guys are a true VPs of this channel and you just like watching like my journey through YouTube and what's going on. My videos are coming out a little behind and a little late lately because I'm in the process of not moving like to a house, but I'm moving to an office space. I am gonna keep my old computer in the same location, but right now when I get home, I'm putting this thing up. I'll put it on the charger. Oh shit, we're down to 2 battery bars now. Oh dang, we've probably done about like 8 miles now. Just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna get in my Tesla. I gotta load it up with a bunch of stuff, go to the office, and putting the stuff together is what's taking forever, like a new computer desk and the TV. I'm using a little arm for the computer desk. That has to use a VESA mount, but I need an adapter, and you need all this extra stuff. So I'm just dealing with that right now, and just ordered my TV. I need a TV stand. Can't find one that I like that's not expensive, and it has to be like 65 inches roughly, maybe 70 max. Anything over that's not gonna fit. I know that's not your problem, that's mine, but it gets a headache, you know, trying to figure out all this stuff. So I've been spending hours looking at reviews for everything, and it's just all at once. And a couch, I need a couch in there, so just in case I'm editing late at night. Like last night, I am so tired, I don't understand how I'm awake right now. I did have a Red Bull, I will say, just an hour ago. I downed the shit out of it, because I was at the office last night until about, I wanna say like 4:30-ish, somewhere around there. And then I ordered food before I was on my way home, and it's only like 15 minutes away from my house, not even that, especially when you're like riding right now. And 4 in the morning, no one's out, right? And so I'm driving home, not paying attention. My food got canceled. I was like, what the hell? So I had to order new food. It didn't get there till like 5. I don't think I went to bed until 6. Had to get up at 12, get ready, change, shower, all that stuff. Go to work at 3 o'clock, which rode this thing today. And then, yeah, we're riding back, and then I'm going back to the office today, which I'll probably be there. Maybe I'm trying to leave by like 3:30, 4, and right now it's 12:30 midnight, or roughly around there. So that's why I appreciate you guys' support. I try to give you guys updates on what's going on. A lot of you guys don't care, a lot of you guys do. I just really appreciate the ones that are like sticking around to the end, because everyone's life is different. I know a lot of people start following people, and then you just keep watching video after video because you're interested in that person. And I really appreciate you if you guys are the true MVPs that are interested in just everything I have to say and do, because in real life I don't have a lot of friends. I never really had a lot of friends in high school. And then getting into this thing, I've always liked to do YouTube videos. I did YouTube videos a long time ago on an old channel of mine, and it was all car related, and it did pretty good. But it was just like, you know, the car community knew me, but it wasn't like the whole world knew me. Like I went to Vegas like a couple years back, maybe 2 years back, met one of my favorite YouTubers, Ruben Soul from Ebike TV, and then someone recognized me from my channel. And back then I only had maybe, man, 15, no, I didn't even have that much. No, I had like 10,000 subscribers, if that. It's crazy. But anyways, I wish we had a voltmeter on this thing. I know a lot of people say you can hook up a voltmeter to the battery. I don't have one that works, unfortunately. I apologize. I should buy one, but even right now, I'm not gonna go like and set it up or nothing. But real quick, let me show you the difference between these headlights. So, all right, so I'm gonna turn off the aftermarket one. Look at that. Look at the difference. Let me see if this works again. My big fat fingers, I can't really hold the thing. Come on, turn back on for me. Turn back on. There we go. That's crazy. Look at that. You don't need that aftermarket one. I mean, you don't need the stock one. You need the aftermarket one. And that's with all the lights off. And again, let me look at the brake light with it not hit. Oh wait, you need to have the headlights on for the brake light to look. It's okay. It looks decent. It does look like the wheel's a little like off center from the tail light, but it's a good looking like brake light, I'd say. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. You guys are true MVPs. I got to hurry up and get this stuff done because I don't want to be out super late. Might even have to order food to the office. We'll see. And don't worry, I'll show you guys the office and what it looks like when I'm getting close to done with it. I'll show you the process and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have been wondering where the videos have been, it's because of that. All right, I'll see you guys later.